While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Batal is not a friendly place for pawns. Each gaze we encounter feels more unjustly vicious than the last. So we've finally arrived. I thought we'd never make it.
I trust you're bothering me for a reason. Don't bring trouble to my door, you...
Aye. What brings you to Brocker's smithy? Looking for scale cinder, are we? Well, you're in a luck. Our forge is flit. Oh, 'tis at an elf's behest, you say. I'm afraid that changes things a wee bit. Elves and dwarves don't get along, see? Brocker won't want to help you. Unless you were to offer him aught he couldn't resist. Listen, I happen to know there's one bit of elven culture no dwarf can turn their nose up at. All elven fare's bland as grass. All of it. That is, save the singularly flavoursome dish, nutriab. Course, no dwarf would openly admit to having a taste for it. But the fact of the matter is, the mere smell of that dish has dwarves foaming at the maw. Don't believe me? Bring a bowl of it to Brocker. You'll soon see.
So the blacksmith ought to grant us some Gwefentia in exchange for nutriab. Shall we inform Miss Derun of this, Master?
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy aught.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes.
Took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Nun wir einander atar.
Good, we're here.
Have you found a dwarven blacksmith has some? Truly? But elves and dwarves do not see, eye to eye? I fear the smith will not heed my plea. You believe he will if I prepare an elven dish? Which one? Nutriab. Dwarves have a liking for it, they say? Are you certain? Nutriab is not very tasty. Few elves enjoy it. It is a pungent stew of, old fish and apples, boiled till it forms a thick paste. But I shall prepare it, if it has any chance of bringing me Gwefentia. The Arborheart depends upon it. Would you be willing to gather the ingredients for me? You won't have to go far to find them. I thank you. I need only the two main ingredients, rotten apples and rotten fish. Bring them to me, and I will prepare nutriab.
I'll gather these now.
Do you have the ingredients? This is all I need. I will prepare the dish now. It shan't take long. My people dwell in the mountains, so we are rarely able to dine on fish from the sea. This dish was first made by an elf with a craving for fish, when no fresh fish was to hand. These fish already stink of the sea. Left to rot, they turn even more, pungent. Nutriarb is oft served at celebratory events, but I have never seen anyone eat it. Everyone turns their noses from the smell. I must endure. It is almost finished, thankfully. The stink is more than I can bear. It is ready, but it is so vile. I cannot understand how anyone could stomach it, let alone enjoy it. I fear the dwarven blacksmith will be angry if I present him with this. But I will trust in you. Come, let us away to Batal. I thank you. Here, my brother gave this to me. Might we not use it now? The sooner we arrive, the better.
Come to think of it, 'tis difficult to forget all that occurred at the...
We have reached Batal. It is nothing like the Arbor. Yet it has a beauty all its own.
Take joys by the handful and regrets by the bunch. Some of us get complacent.
Well met.
These writings could be of import.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
A customer then. That changes things.
Right, just follow me. Here at last.
You're back! And who's that you've got with you? An elf? I ne'er met one afore. Not quite what I imagined, if I'm honest. Well met. The name's Sarah. I'm an apprentice here at the smithy.
Well met.
She's the one who's after the scale cinder, I expect. Have you brought some of that elven delicacy along with you then, like I suggested?
Yes, I have the Nutriarb with me.
Marvellous. I thought I smelt it on you. Mark me, you put that in front of Brocker, and he'll fain hear out your request. Right, follow me. I've just cleaned out the forge, see, so we'll need to make for the cavern where we dump all the excess scale cinder. Come on, you two. The cavern's this way.
Shall we follow Sir Sarah, Master? With any luck, we'll have pockets full of scale cinder before the day is done.
No quarrel here.
A customer then. That changes things. This is quite...
May tomorrow be as uneventful as today.
come to think of it,
Different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
You've given me much to think about.
Right, here we are. Oi, Brocker, you in here?
What's all this racket? I thought I told you that... You imbecile! You brought an elf here, of all things! Get her out of here, now!
Hold a moment, Brocker. She's brought something for you. Don't you want to see what is?
A gift. For you.
Ah! What makes you think I'd be able to stomach your elven cooking? I'm gonna go dispose of this, and I expect the elf to be gone when I return.
What am I to do now?
What you came here for, of course. This is your chance.
Truly? But
You'll have to be quick, mind. Brocker makes short work of his meals. While you're at it, you might have yourselves a little competition, eh? See who can collect more of the stuff. Anyway, good luck. I'll be outside keeping watch. Best start searching. Brocker might be back any moment.
This is just the sort of place that begs exploring.
And before I forget,
Hesitation bogs you down, but it needn't. Your journey's just begun. Walk it proudly, and you'll do just fine. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
else can I look?
We'd best leave it at that. Wouldn't want Bracker to espy you in here. Come on.
My heart is racing. I thought the dwarf would catch us. How much scale cinder did you get? You've got so much. With this, the Arborheart will undoubtedly recover. For now, I must return and tend to the Arborheart. I hope you will come visit us again. I should like you to see the Arborheart, restored. And I must thank you as well, Sarah. You and the blacksmith, Brocker.
Not at all. 'Twas my pleasure. I'm sure Brocker'd say the same if he weren't so stubborn. No thanks needed. I was just glad to be of use.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Our fortunes are looking up. All the more so if we sell this newfound prize.
Deeper pockets make for shallower troubles, they say.
Was a greater haul than I'd hoped, but it's only made me eager to find more treasure.
We ought to savor it. Good fortune. Not every location will yield such a bounty.
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts, was there not?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Our road was a long one.
Marriage isn't all it's chalked up to be.
This tavern is open to travelers. Aye, even pawns. So long as they've coined for their ale. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
The people of Batal view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in the capital. Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom, but a practice so ancient isn't easily overturned. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital, simply because it was established as a place for pawns to gather. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Batal more accepting of pawns, I would be glad to offer you a residence permit. 'Tis a bargain more than fair, for those who hold such permits may remain in Batal without having their activities questioned. What say you? Glad I am to hear it. Take this then. Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any troubled Batali along the way, I bid you assist them. They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be aided by the targets of their ire, mayhap a few stubborn hearts would soften. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available, or so it seems to me. I bid you good fortune, Sir Arisen.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batar. Shall we go and... and meet with him? A person of import, I take it? Very well. I will lead the way.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the forbidden magic research laboratory, which can be found here in Batal. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Batal coast and seek a man named Ambrosius. For as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
What's your business with me, Cop?
Well met.
At least here I can tell.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
It's been a hard day.
Life is full of chances to There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
What was the missive that just arrived?
Oh, you know. The usual. From Vermont, bound straight for the archives. Not to be opened.
Another one? What is the director up to? Well, never mind that. Did we get any other deliveries today, perchance?
Surely you're not expecting another one of your love letters. Why, just the other day, you were warned not to use this address for personal correspondences. You really mustn't be so imprudent. Need I remind you that if word of our activities here was to get out, we could be shut down.
Yes, yes, I'm well aware of that, thank you. Now come, enough gossiping. We've work to be getting on with.
Would that all my days were so tranquil. Must needs have poise. Meaning comes forward.
Why is Vermin funding our research? What do they have to gain from it?
I don't know. Truth be told, I've ne'er asked. But I heard a rumor that 'tis all part of a plot to put the prince, though I suppose he's the regent kin o'er there, on the throne.
What? Where did you hear that rubbish? How's what we're doing here bear any relation to a scheme like that?
'Tis only what I heard, but you're quite right. It doesn't make much sense. I suppose 'tis a rumor best ignored, after all.
I do wonder what the director's plotting, but... frankly, as long as Batal is left out of it, I don't rightly care what he gets up. We must find more manuscripts on this topic.
We need this experiment to succeed at all costs.
Sir, are you the Arisen? Aye? Then you must have been to the Argamon ruins. I heard a rumor that a Medusa was seen there. Is it true? Because if so, that means 'tis no mere creature of legend, but a monster as real as any other. Know you the legend of the hero Danaus? Well, one version of the tale claims the hero's foe was a Medusa. The legend is inscribed here. You must take it and read it for yourself, sir, seeing as you've witnessed a genuine article.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
To think that the Medusa was more than a creature out of legend.
market I go.
All seems well here. We can ne'er be sure. What is true peace, I wonder? I've not an inkling of what to do. These soldiers lack discipline.
Take shape.
Oh, I'm starved.
Ah, that's right. I must fetch those papers.
This armor's far from comfortable. This sort of quiet means all's well.
Would that I knew more of this world.
Monsters range nearer than before.
this morning.
New recruits ready yet.
Good to see you, Master.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch you. Your breath. Try to keep up.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine,
Getting proper rest is an important duty. Twas just as daunting to battle Cyclopes there as here, and taking aim at their eyes no less thrilling.
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well. Please like this one.
Looking for aught in particular?
I'm going to go exploring.
Interested in my ware?
Me? I sell defensive. Now, this hardly bears saying, but don't you dare.
Many thanks.
I shall be your shadow.
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you always a pleasure?
Have a look. Hoy, look. No need to overthink it. You can. Well, got any findings to share? Pleasure doing business.
There's light armor, and there's heavy armor.
If 'tis a blacksmith you need, I can't help you. I'm retired, see? Oh ho! 'Tis a regalia sword you want restored, is it? That's a first. All right, give us a look then. Now here's a masterwork of craftsmanship if I e'er saw one. Not to blow my own horn, but I wager I'm the only blacksmith who could set this ailing steel to rights. But, as I've said, I've lain down my tools, and before you start begging, know that I don't intend to pick 'em back up. Well, why are you still standing there? Leave an old man in peace.
That went rather poorly, I fear. What are we to do now?
Beg pardon, sir, but I couldn't help overhearing your conversation with Brocker. You'll have to forgive him. He's been in a foul mood ever since we got cut off from the fuel for our forge. Though, he's always been a bit crotchety, come to think of it.
Enough cheek, you wool-brained wastrel. Now, I'm off to the tavern. Can I count on you to mind things here while I'm gone?
Of course you can. You go enjoy yourself. Psst. Hang about, eh? When he's gone, you and I can talk.
I've heard a blacksmith of singular skill resides in but
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I know where we can find useful materials for enhancing your equipment, Master.
'Twas special made to use glimmer coal, mined from a nearby cavern. Till the monsters settled in, that is. Neither of us can go anywhere near the place now. Listen, Brocker's too proud to ask for help, but I'm not. Would you be willing to go out to the cavern and mine us up some glimmer coal? I'll take as much as you can carry. Should you succeed, I reckon he'll change his mind about restoring that blade of yours. Now, true to its name, glimmer coal emits a pale light. So you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing spots when you get to the cavern. Oh, suppose you'll be needing the name of the place. Digger's Ruins 'tis called. I'll count on you to bring lots of the stuff back.
If we can procure some glimmer coal from Digger's Ruins, Sir Brocker ought to have a change of heart about the regalia sword. I know the way. Follow me.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
customer then. That changes things.
Follow me.
Men in Harpington may have venom and not to be trifled with.
Flame is its weakness. You pulled that off with nary a hitch. 'Twill be a rude shock for our foe to find you've pinched their loot.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Let us see what you're made of.
Glad to be of service.
Not a bad.
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
A treasure chest! My mistake. 'Tis merely another spot for gathering materials.
The cavern's depths lie ahead. Onward?
What I wouldn't give for a map. Particularly one that could tell us where all the treasure lies.
No quarrel here.
My magics are at your disposal.
Strike hard enough. We might not have to do this twice.
I shall lead the charge!
It's easily done.
You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
Here, if you please.
And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. And now I feel a fool. There, Master! Red wolves!
The Fiend Unknown is the most perilous.
We'll manage, whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
Lucky us. That's worth taking.
As planned.
Am I properly equipped for this situation? Mayhap I ought to find a new weapon.
I'll redeem myself yet.
Think I'd be caught unawares. I am shamed.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again.
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
The monsters left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
'Tis a strange sort that ventures willingly into darkness.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
A firm push is what's needed here.
A band of knackers!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Feast your eyes on this!
Together we are indomitable.
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
treasure chest. I can hardly wait to open it.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
My magics are at your disposal. A new piece of equipment. We must try it on at once.
Will suit you very well, methinks.
That off with nary a hitch. This will be a rude shock for our foes while we finish their
Naught feels quite so wasteful as coming upon a fine piece of equipment after purchasing the very same item in a shop.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade.
Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Slimes? Oh, this'll put me off my dinner.
Our foe abhors the cold. We'll want to use ice against it.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Let me be the one to collect it.
Lucky us. That's worth taking. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well, well, that's quite a discovery. Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Right where I want you. Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage.
I shall lead the charge!
Fear not, darling.
Ah, how do you like that?
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
Tis dark as pitch, master. Pray, light your lantern afore I trip.
Slime master.
You can count on me to keep you safe.
Did you fall in a puddle? You're positively soaked.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
At any rate, is your pack not overburdensome? You carry so much, I worry for your poor spine.
It certainly isn't easy work, but I am proud to be counted upon. This ought to suffice, unless you'd rather mine for more, Master.
'Tis as you say.
Is there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful. Can I go, Master? I'm almost sure I can make it over there. Shall I assist?
I wonder what...
This method never even occurred to my own master. Or me, I have to say.
Surely not! I'll get that for you.
This ought to be more than enough glimmer coal to satisfy the smith. Shall we deliver it to Sir Sarah? Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Could you come over here? Come to think of it, we've already found what's needed here. It should be in one of our packs. A tad too high, methinks.
Can I go, Master? I'm almost sure I can make it over there. Shall I assist? One of my mage skills ought resolve this in a trice. Shall I assist?
Right, just follow me.
My magics are at your disposal.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
What?